Good afternoon. My name is Lisa Fleming, and today I'm going to talk to you about the death penalty. Should the death penalty be used in the United States, and is it an actual crime deterrent, or should it be abolished? The death penalty has been a well established yet highly controversial practice in the United States for over 400 years. The first execution took place in the American colonies in 1622. This practice dates back to early English common law, where if you were convicted of a felony, it was almost surely a death sentence. And it continued. However, it's been more proficient in the United States as the United Kingdom abolished the death penalty in 1973. This is according to Paul Marcus of William and Mary Law, who wrote an article called Capital Punishment in the United States and Beyond. Now, some say that the death penalty has no deterrent crime effect. According to Robert Worden of Northwestern Journal of Law and Social Policy, the death penalty may actually cause murders, as people who are being sentenced to the death penalty really have nothing else to lose, so they continue to commit crime. Maintaining the death penalty actually costs more than a life sentence would. However, there are those who are still very much in favor of the death penalty as a means of ensuring that those who murder will never be free to murder again. Gallagher and Gallagher quoted New York Assemblyman Squidman as saying, "All I know is that if murderers are given the death penalty, they will never murder again, and that is deterrent enough for me." In the past 5 years, a dozen or more studies have appeared reporting deterrent effects on capital punishment. The estimates they report show anywhere between 3 and 32 murders have been deterred for each execution. This information, though, is not conclusive. What is conclusive, according to an article written by Jeffrey Fagan for Columbia Law, is that Florida spent between $25 and $50 million more per year on capital punishment than they would have on life without parole. The burden of these costs comes from local government and takes money away from education, health care, and the police. These are all programs that could use that money. The question of whether or not the death penalty is an effective crime deterrent and whether or not it should still be used in the United States has been debated for decades or even longer. According to Joanna Shepard, whose data was used in the article, "Do Executions Lower Homicide Rates? The View of Leading Criminologists," executions have the greatest effect on crimes of passion or crimes between families. They do not have that great of effect on crimes between strangers. Now, I have a handout for you. I'm going to provide each one of you. That's 5 surprising facts about the death penalty worldwide. This report was released from Amnesty International and reveals a downward trend. Now, something that's not surprising is that the United States ranked 5th for the highest number of executions. This comes behind China, Iran, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia. Now, it's not surprising because the United States has a very strict attitude towards punishment in general. So we tend to pay attention more and take our execution seriously. But regardless of which side you take, it's hard to argue with a savings of $25 to $50 million. Perhaps we need to take a harder look at abandoning the death penalty and focusing more on life without parole so that those savings could go towards the programs that our state really needs. Thank you very much for listening today.